Well, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of A Closer Walk with me. And welcome to all our new subscribers that have joined us in the last little bit here in the new year. Thanks so very much for joining us on our journeys, and I hope that we can keep you interested. As you can see, Old Man Winter showed his frosty face and puked all over the place, which makes it a little hard to find mushrooms. And I've got several clips of some fungi and some animals and a couple of plants that never ever made it to video. So that's what we're going to highlight today. A little compilation of what was on the cutting room floor in 2024. So come for a walk with us, see what we can see. So as I was admiring this wood-saturated Chlorosoboria aeruginoescens, a glint of something caught my eye. It gleamed at me. And so, look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black cup. Wow. There's a little baby one there. Now there's quite a few black cups actually, believe it or not. And so we'll go through a few different aspects of this guy. First off, there's no jelly in the bottom of this. It's quite solid, and it has, there's a few of them here. I'm just going to take this one off. Okay, so he's got this little, tiny, tiny little stipe on it. That's just, and it's very, very firm. Very, very firm body to it. And, oh, look at that. Okay, so it's not black all the way through. All right, so I was thinking, is it possibly the Helvelicorium? But those guys usually grow on the ground. They also have like a 2 centimeter-ish kind of stout kind of stipe to it. Okay, so that was out of the way. So is it Donadinia nigrella? Well, Donadinia nigrella has about a 3 centimeter long stipe, and it's very narrow, kind of about the width of this little nub here, but it's about 3 centimeters long. And the Donadinia is also almost perfectly spherical, the cap, and these ones aren't. Even the young ones are kind of distorted a little bit. Okay, so is it Plectania milleri? Well, Plectania milleri has kind of notched margins, almost serrated kind of going around. Almost makes it look like it's kind of like a little flower petals coming in kind of. So I don't think it's that, and I believe he also has a bit of a stipe too. Let's see. Well, is it the Pseudoplectania nigrella? Well, that one, I really, really wanted to think that this is the Pseudoplectania nigrella, but it's also known as the hairy cap, the hairy black cap, and this one has no hairs. It's quite bald. Second of all, they only get to the size of about an inch. This one's about 1.5 inches. You know, these tiny ones here. So I want to say it's the Pseudoplectania nigrella, but there's too many things that are going against it. Now, it may be a variant of some kind, and I don't think it's the Pseudoplectania vogesiaca, which is also the Melena, I believe it is. That one's got a really, really wavy kind of margin to it, and they can get up to about 3-4 centimeters. In diameter, and it also has a little nubby little stipe on it too. So it is a possibility. I would like to say at least it's the Pseudoplectania. Now the ebony cup, the Pseudoplectania nigrella, which I don't think this is this one, has a compound in it called plecticin. And the neat thing about plecticin is it has the ability to inhibit the growth of a bacterium called Streptococcus pneumoniae, and whereas all the other antibiotics like penicillin, amoxicillin, and whatnot were unable to even touch it, whereas this plecticin has been able to inhibit its growth and kill it. So that's awesome. Now, the neat thing about plecticin is until they found it in the ebony cup, it was only found in higher plants and certain animals. So that's just bizarre. So the ebony cup is the only one that they know of in the fungal world that has plecticin in it. Now, I don't know if the other pseudoplectanias have that in them as well, but, or not. Yeah, so that's just about as narrowed down as I can get this one. My apologies. Yeah, it's just bizarre. And I know the pseudoplectanias like to grow with moss, and these ones are definitely growing with moss, however, on wood. Yeah, but bizarre. You know, I mean, it could be a variant of the Pseudoplectania nigrella. Very possible. I don't know. And again, it could be the Vogesiaca. Not sure. Either way, beautiful, beautiful little guys. Yeah, just bizarre. They look like they've got jelly in them, but they don't. They're just very, very, very shiny, shiny. Because I've been rubbing my finger in there. There's no jelly in there. And it's quite solid. So, if you have any ideas on this one, please leave it in the comments below. You can just see his red head there. That's the pileated woodpecker. This guy's a chatterbox. And I can never get enough of these guys. Here's the red-belted conch, Fomitopsis munsii. Look at its beautiful, beautiful little droplets. Wow. Now a lot of mushrooms prefer a very mature forest, like 30-40 years and older. Now, these Fomitopsis don't really care. I've seen them growing on something as small as like this, which is only about 3 inches in diameter. And this one here is only 6 inches, so. But yeah, look at that beautiful, beautiful thing. Love that. Yeah, it's pretty hard to take living on the island here. So, you know, there's just too much tranquility. Now I'm just messing around. I have lived on the island for 42 years, and I absolutely love it. I'm just trying not to slip on the rocks and break my face. Just seaweed. Look at this. The tide is way out. It's supposed to be like 0.2 meters today, and it's not for another 45 minutes before it's completely out. Sorry for the shaking. I'm trying to watch where I'm going. But yeah, what a beach. Way out from the entry point. So I take advantage when the tide's out, because there's more real estate to walk. Oh, to have a cabin on this beach would be something else. Big old purple starfish. You don't normally come up into the intertidal zone until it gets warmer, which it is obviously a good sign that it is getting warmer. Mind you, we haven't had rain in about 6 weeks, I think. Already an extreme. No campfires. Please respect our forests. Seems to me as though the Mandalorians were here. Interesting. I did not expect to see this guy out here. A dark, lumpy kind of cap and this reddish stipe there. This is Boletus zelleri. And of the zelleri group, there's several of them. And yeah, they're edible. Not this guy. He's so long gone. I honestly did not. I've never seen them in this forest, and I wish I had actually spotted this guy about a month ago. But long gone. Long done. So, anyways, moving on. So here's a little piece of Cliff Clavin trivia for you. Did you know that the average person breathes in approximately 7 spores per breath? That's pretty amazing. Well, you might think that, well, that's a wonderful environment for a mushroom spore. It's dark, it's moist. Yeah, but it's the human body temperature. And that's what, 98.7 degrees Fahrenheit? I'm not exactly sure on that one, funnily enough. But yeah, that's could be a little scary if you're thinking about it. But yeah, they cannot survive in that temperature. There is one that apparently can survive in the human lung, and that's Schizophilum commune. So very, very bizarre. And you know, being out in the forest, I'm sure we're going to be taking in a heck of a lot more than that with each breath. But yeah, every breath you take. Every breath you take. Alright, carrying on. So this is the Maris mielis candidus, the fairy parachute. So delicate and dainty. You're going to find it growing on sticks like this one. But yeah, from a distance you'd actually think, oh, this looks like the Strobilurus trellisatus, like what we highlighted in the... Hi, baby girl. It's walking over everything. We highlighted in the last video. But these ones, the Maris mielis, one of their features is if you look at how far apart their gills are. These guys are white to pale, pale pink sometimes, and they'll grow in sometimes big, big colonies. Now, they do have a look-alike, Tetrapyros nigrippes, and they're about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger, but they normally have a dark stipe on them. So here's another one that has antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. It's, you know, it's just amazing. They're polysaccharides. They fight against streptococcus. They fight against salmonella, E. coli, and there's several other ones too. And then they're also working on, again, more with cancer research, more fungi. He's working it under there. He's definitely working it. He might even be digging out like a den in the side of the bank for all I know. All those little waves and bubbles, that's him. There's his tail sticking out. So in our berry video there on A Closer Walk with Toe, we talked about the honeysuckle berries, the Lonicera ciliosa. These are them. Now don't they just look delicious? Yeah, they're gonna make you really, really sick. But they're beautiful, they're big, and they're, you know, they kind of look like huckleberries a bit, but you can see they're on a vine. You know, this vine goes all the way up. And they got more berries up there, and they got more berries up there. But yeah, so yes, you can suck the nectar out of the trumpet, but do not eat the berries. Just a little friendly reminder. Family of river otter, Lontra canadensis. They eat a lot of the freshwater clams that are in this lake. Always finding broken up clam shells on the shore. Mowing down on a sunfish by the looks of it. We've got a little moss lover up here, and this, I believe, is part of the Entomophytaceae family. Yeah, they're just a little beauty. They kind of look like the Pluteus cervinus, the deer mushroom, except they don't really have that really deer mushroomy kind of color to them. And they're quite a bit smaller. Second of all, they're in moss, not on wood. Yeah, these guys have a little pink spore print, and they're just the sweeties. Now, getting these guys right down to the species is kind of difficult because they have split the genus Entoloma into several subgenus, and Nolania being one of them. I think that this is the Nolania halosiniota. Totally could be off base on that one, but pretty positive this is one of the Entolomas, especially with that little pink spore print. I'm in major zoom right now. I'm trying to keep it as still as I can, but the geese have their babies, and they're yellow, yellow, brand new. That's Branta canadensis, Canada geese. We got somebody that's creeping out of the dirt here, well, out of the moss. And until I pull it up, I have no idea what it is. My first thought would be a grossobie, because they get that kind of cracked surface sometimes, like the praycocks. I honestly have no idea. Look at the stipe on this thing. It splits, and then it comes back in to meet up with the cap. It's just bizarre. Now, grossobies have a brown spore print. I'm taking this one home to do a spore print on it, so I just don't know what the spore print is right now. I do know that there are certain mushrooms also, like the shiitake, the Japanese call it donko, and what causes this, and I think causes this on this mushroom as well, is it's been a very cold and dry November, and it's November, end of November as a matter of fact, and what this does is it causes the surface of the fungi to get hard and brittle, but it's got all this young, firm, growing, expanding flesh underneath it. And so when that's trying to expand, it can't, because it's got this harder crust on it, and it's kind of brittle, and it cracks. And as you can see, this one's made a perfect, beautiful floral pattern, kinda. It's kind of got a, like, it looks like it's got a hollowed stipe. But I am not sure exactly what this is. So I will put up what the spore print is, so we know. And if you have any ideas, please leave it in the comments, because I would really like to know. It's also growing at the base of a Doug fir, by the way. All right, everybody. That's it for our little compilation of several videos and clips that never made it to screen. Thank you so very much for watching, and please hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed what you saw. It helps me know that I'm actually on the right track with the videos that I'm putting out. So thanks again for watching, and take care, everyone.